All right, give me a follow on Twitter at Mark Zinno, MarkZinno. Of course, follow us at Locked On ATL. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Give a like and a thumbs up as well. Let's get to the Atlanta Falcons here real quickly, because there is something that I think was brought up that, we kind of have a flat assumption of, but don't have any real sort of idea of what it will look like. And Josh Kendall of The Athletic, who's the beat writer covering the Falcons, did this whole column, and it was well done, between things that we know coming out of the offseason program before training camp and things that we don't know. And the one question he said about the things that we don't know, okay, is simply, what's Cordarrelle Patterson? What is Cordarrelle Patterson's role? Dear Lord. What is Cordarrelle Patterson's role this year going to be? Running back? More wide receiver? It's interesting how last year Arthur Smith made him a high-level commodity across the league, right? He was, for lack of a better term, a poor man's Deebo Samuel. Now, Patterson is entering his 10th year in the league and is in his 30s. There's a lot of reasons to like what he did. He led the team in rushing yards, was third in the team in receiving yards. Could all of those numbers stay where they are? I would tell you that my goal for Cordarrelle Patterson this year, honestly, be more of a decoy than anything else. I think that's the best way to use him. Think about this logically. If you have Cordarrelle Patterson out there, anybody who watched game tape from last year on the Falcons is going to go, look at that. See 84 there? Man. Oh, wow. That's an interesting way that they used 84. You see that? That's what they're going to see. They're going to see 84, 84, 84, 84. They'll see a little bit of 8. That's about it. But they'll see 84, 84. They know 8's going to be a problem, but it's different. Now, when teams scheme for the Falcons, one of the first things they're going to do when the defenses line up and go, where's 84? Where's 84? We saw 84 on tape. Where's 84? Well, 84 is where the attention is. Guess what? Throw away from the attention. Give the ball away from the attention. Oh, there's Tyler Algier. Oh, here's some Drake London. Here's even more Kyle Pitts. Because you have to respect 84. Use him as a decoy, especially early in the season when the only game tape they have is from last year. By week 5, week 6, Patterson has to start to be worked back into the role. That is the best way to use him. Use him as a decoy. Use him to help other guys find a spot, a way. Use him to find a certain hole in the defense that you can exploit with other players. Cordarrelle Patterson should not be any part of the focal point of this offense. He's not the best running back on the roster, and he's certainly not the best receiver on the roster. So if that's the case, if we say repeatedly, put the ball in the hands of this player, it's not him. That's not a knock. That's not a slight. But there are better running backs on this roster, and there are better receivers on this roster. Cordarrelle Patterson is a piece. He's a very valuable piece. He's a very talented piece. But he shouldn't be leading in any statistical category, because if he is, we're doing it wrong. I've told you a couple of things about Arthur Smith where I'm like, I'm not accepting this. I'm not accepting Cordarrelle Patterson being a leader in any category. You're doing it wrong. And I have a ton of faith and a ton of trust in Arthur Smith that he's ahead of all this. Kyle Pitts going to get his targets. Drake London going to get his targets. Tyler Algier going to get his carries. And guess what? Cordarrelle's going to have a nice season and be a part of what they do offensively. But he ain't going to be the biggest part. And he shouldn't be. There's no reason to think that he should be the biggest part. It's problematic if he is. So I thought it was an excellent question by Josh Kendall, and one that really needs to be answered. But I think that the point is that as an older guy and what they put him through last year, he's a guy that should be used as a decoy / option in certain spots where it benefits him only, right? There's delicate ways to use him in things. He shouldn't be leading from the front in any way. All right, coming up next, what is wrong with fans' view of the Atlanta Hawks. A crazy trade idea. Plus, I will also give you a bet you must make tonight. That's coming up next right here on A to Z on Locked On Sports Atlanta, free on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts. Search Locked On Sports Atlanta. We'll be right back.